What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Football Fantasy Game Season with me, your host, Jan. Sorry about that. I hope you're doing well. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, Weekend Edition, the daily series here on the channel where I reflect on what's being said about Chelsea, giving you my opinion, more importantly, asking for yours, ladies and gentlemen. Lots going on. Positive stuff, I think, as well as unknown concerning stuff. Nathan Ake reportedly agreed terms with Chelsea and is likely to return. Don't worry, chill out. There actually is a lot of positives about this move, and I'm going to tell you them. I'm not just going to be like, well, he's versatile and Tuchel wanted him at Dortmund. No, the stats are actually incredible. I'm going to show you. Chill out. Sterling as well, other stuff. Apparently Tuchel wants 3 centre-halves. That sounds like a lot. We need a lot, though. Christensen, Rudiger, Aspi, Alonso as well. We might look for a wingback. Lots to cover on. So settle in, get comfortable. Please do drop a like. Have you done it? Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for dropping said like. Subscribe if you'd like. You're welcome to. And if you choose to do so, is English, then hit that bell because I'm uploading at least once a day. I've got a blocked nose, I'm sorry. Yes, at least once a day. For example, I want to show you this stuff I'm showing you today. I'm citing an article from Matt Law and Jack Ducker and Mike McGrath from the Telegraph. But if anything else pops off, which it may well do, who knows, a Sterling announcement, etc., etc., we'll react accordingly. So make sure you do turn that bell on. Excuse me. We are looking at Nathan Ake's stats today, but we're going to read this article first and gain some context of what's going on. So this is, I'll put the link in the description, of course. Chelsea finalising £45 million Raheem Sterling deal and agreed terms with Nathan Ake. Chelsea are close to double signing from Man City, but must agree a fee for the defender Ake. So a lot of people off the bat don't mind the players and understand, which is really important here, really, really important, that Thomas Tuchel is seriously being backed. But they don't like the idea of giving, Man City, the champions, 100 million for players that perhaps... It's not so much they don't want. They want Raheem Sterling to stay. He's not a City reject. He's a really important player for Guardiola. He won't extend without, guaranteed plays times, which they don't do for really any of their players. Maybe they've done it for Erling Haaland. Do you know what I mean? So... he's not a City reject. They want to keep him. Look what he did in the final game when he came off the bench and sort of inspired that comeback so they won the league. He's a big, big player. But that's many Chelsea fans have problems with just buying these players off City. Mate, it's almost like a bit of a power play from City. Like, do you know what I mean? Oh yeah, you can have our players. You're not even a rival anymore. Whatever. But really, ultimately, what it comes down to is Thomas Tuchel wants these players. He doesn't want big, risky, sexy signings from Europe. Maybe he wants Ousmane Dembele. We'll see what's that. But he wants Raheem Sterling. He fits his style perfectly. He does want Nathan Ake. He wanted him at Dortmund. He really wants Raphinha because it suits the system. They put some like metrics and what they call parameters into some data software, and Raphinha came up top for 25 and under, so that's why they went in hard with him, and I'd offered Leeds immediately what they wanted, and Leeds accepted Chelsea's offer. That is Thomas Tuchel being profoundly backed. We as fans on social media might get frustrated, like, we don't want him, we don't want that, but the truth is, this is a unique situation at Chelsea for many reasons, and Tuchel is Todd Boehly's giving him the keys. He go, what do you want? I'll go and get it. We haven't had that since like 2003-04, with Roman Abramovich, Mourinho, 1.0. So Tuchel has earned the right to be able to do this, and us as fans have to be, not just accept it, but be happy about it, man. So let's read this article. Raheem Sterling was finalising his £45 million move to Chelsea on Friday night, with Nathan Ake also agreeing a return to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea must still negotiate a fee for Ake with Manchester City, but the defender has agreed personal terms on a move back to the club he left 5 years ago. 5 years ago? He didn't... because I suppose that means the loan with Bournemouth. I know we sold him to Bournemouth 5 years ago. Jeez, it's been a while. City are believed to want the region of £45 million for Ake, which is the initial fee Chelsea have agreed to pay Sterling, with add-ons taking it over £50 million. 45 for initial fee for Sterling is a good deal, which we've all agreed on. Well, certainly I've said, and many people have agreed on. Sterling's expected to sign a 5-year deal, which is probably about right. It will take him until he's 32 years old. So I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a 4-year deal, but listen to this. It's a 5-year deal with the option of a 6th, which will take him to 33 years old, worth just over 300k a week. So that's interesting. Chelsea would probably... Chelsea of old, of a few years ago, would be like, what? We'll be paying a 32-year-old our max salary. They would not be interested in that whatsoever. You can see why Sterling was like, yes, please. But so I'll make him the highest player at Chelsea in the absence of Romelu Lukaku, which is fair enough. We've spoken about that. The profile of the player in his prime, wins loads of Premier Leagues. It's a big move. Right in the slot at 27 years old, it's going to earn you a big contract. It's just the way it is, especially in this climate. No problem with that. Interesting, that's 5 years with a 6th year option, because, if we're triggering a 6th year to see Raheem Sterling turn 33 on 300k a week, then fair play, times are changing. We must believe he will keep himself in absolutely good nick. Chelsea fly out to the United States on Saturday. Hey, that's today! For the club's pre-season tour, with Sterling likely to link up with his teammates next week ahead of their first friendly against Club America in Las Vegas, which kicks off in the early hours of Sunday morning UK time. Look, I know many of you are from different countries and you get up to watch Chelsea at crazy times. I'm not used to it. I'm not sure I'll be able to, but yeah, I feel your pain now, ladies and gentlemen, to those of you that get up throughout the night. It remains to be seen whether or not Chelsea can agree a fee in time for Ake to have a chance of facing Club America. I don't think that'll be the end of the world. He's so Premier League proven, and we do have the likes of people like Levi Colwill who need the opportunity to prove themselves. With those two clubs still away in part, Chelsea and City apart in their valuations for Ake. Chelsea also still waiting to find out whether or not Raphinha will join them after agreeing a £55 million fee for the forward with Leeds United over a week ago. Chelsea's move for Ake has been driven by head coach Thomas Tuchel, who's been interested in signing the player since he was in charge at Borussia Dortmund. There it is. So he's been a big fan of Naked Ake? Jesus. He's been a big fan of Naked Ake. We need to probably tell Ake's wife, Nathan Ake. Tuchel is desperate for Chelsea's new owners to fix his defensive crisis, with the German believed to want 3 new signings in the position this summer, having lost on Rudiger, Christensen on free transfers, and doubts remaining on the future of as captain Cesar Azpilicueta, who plays at centre-half. As well as Ake, Chelsea remain in negotiations regarding defenders Matthias de Ligt, Presnel Kimpembe, Jules Koundé, and Kalidou Koulibaly. I don't think Kalidou Koulibaly will come to Chelsea. It's just the annual linking him to Chelsea. I think he'll stay in Serie A. Jules Koundé apparently is getting pissed off with the Chelsea negotiations, and he could well still go to Barcelona. Let's not do that conversation about where's Barcelona getting their money from. I'm too tired to get into that. But there's a chance. Presnel Kimpembe would be interesting. I would like Matthias de Ligt, though not for crazy money, but considering he apparently preferences Bayern Munich, it would have to be crazy money for Juventus to say, we'll sell to Chelsea, not Bayern. You have to accept the Chelsea move. Maybe we could convince him then. Ladies and gentlemen, I tweeted out jovially like, oh, De Ligt prefers Bayern Munich, Raphinha prefers Barcelona. Who prefers us? The truth is, Chelsea aren't as big a clubs as Bayern Munich and Barcelona, and that hurts. But their prestige of historically, domestically, and both in Europe, it's just where they are at, man. Bayern Munich is alluring because, just recently they had such an incredible team that won the Champions League, and of course if you want to win a league title every year, yes, we all as fans go, oh, why would you want to go to the Farmers League and do that? But to be honest, if you're a professional footballer, playing in a good team and winning all the time probably is quite alluring, as well as knowing that you have a good chance to win the Champions League. So there is that. Barcelona, despite their financial crisis, naming the Camp Nou Spotify Stadium, selling off 49% of their marketing rights, selling 25% of their TV rights, selling everything. It's still, these kids dream of playing for Barcelona. Raphinha does. Do you know what I mean? So we need to sort of take that L, swallow it. There's a good chance Raphinha, if that deal can't be done, would still be very happy, Ben Jacobs said, to come to Chelsea. If he can't get his dream move, he'll get it's like if you were working in any line of work and you always dreamed of working for this company, and there's a chance you might, so you hold out, but if not, you'll still take that massive promotion to that other just generally really good company. and be very happy about it because you're going boop, boop, boop. Regardless, we mustn't take it personally. Anyway, back to Nathan Ake. He's 27 years old now. Yes, we have spoken of his versatility, centre-back, left wing-back, suits the Tommy Tuchel system. Also, just quickly, when he says 3 defenders, I think it's 2 centre-backs and wing-back cover, which technically would, be 3 defenders. Wing-backs are still, even though Tuchel says he doesn't see them as defenders, he sees them as almost midfielders. They are probably being listed as defenders in this transfer market. So it could be a couple of defenders, a wing-back, and then Levi Colville in with circulation, hopefully. Anyway, Nathan Ake. So many of you uninspired. A lot of you were like that with Raheem Sterling, but over time you've sort of thought about what he would represent, maybe him getting better in his prime, and his consistency and all that kind of gear. And a lot of people have grown on Raheem Sterling. Now, I'd like you to consider and do the same for Nathan Ake. And remember, City fans are quite bummed about this because he was playing really well at the end of last season and had been quite an important figure when he came in. So I'm going to show you his scouting report now on FB Ref, his strengths on the scouting report. And it is... Excuse me, I'm just burping there. Disgusting. And it is impressive. Ready? Drum roll, please. I should get a drum roll thing. Actually, transition. Ready? Oh, worked perfectly. Look at this. Look at all the green. For those of you listening and not watching, now's the time to look. If you're driving. But if you're not driving or operating heavy machinery, look at these beautiful green bars, baby. Mate, these are just the top 99 and 98th percentile that I've screenshotted here to show you. So he's a goal-scoring centre-half. He's in the top 1% for goals. He's in the top 1% for non-penalty goals. I don't think he takes penalty. He's in the top 1% for non-penalty expected goals and expected assists. He's in the top percentage for XG goals, non-penalty, more XG. Passes completed short. Well, he's a Guardiola left-footed passy centre-back. Even at Bournemouth, he was a bit passy. They like to play football at times under Eddie Howe. He was their best player at Bournemouth as well. Passes completed short, passes attempted short, ground passes, all top 1% against centre-backs. Goal GCA, defense goal creating. Actually, I can't remember what that is, but he's good at that as well. In the attacking third, he's a centre back that pushes up. He could literally replace Rudiger on the left as that centre back that gets forward and stays in the attacking third. Top 1% of that. He's probably higher than Rudiger. Hot dog, god darn it, that's incredible. His carry's good as well. He's a dribbly boy. He'll carry the ball. Again, top 1%. Pass targets, 99th percentile as well. And now you're dropping into the non-penalty XG. He's still the top 2%. Goal shots, top 2%. Oh, you can read it yourself there. For the rest of the metrics on there, he's in the top 2%. Average shot distance, passes completed, passes attempted, left foot. I think he's left-footed. Touches, he loves getting involved. Carrying and received. So what's he doing here? Yes, these aren't defensive metrics, but he is... been playing in Man City, but these are saying he's amazing at attacking, goals, assists. He's amazing at passing every single type. He's amazing at carries, progression, offensive and creative and metronomic. He's top. And playing in that left centre-back role. Yes, he'll have to be aggressive and defend, but we know he can defend, Nathan Ake, because, yes, Bournemouth wanted to play quite progressively, but we had to see him do loads of back-to-the-wall defending, because ultimately, he was playing for Bournemouth. He's really good in the air, he can do tackles. I think, the more I reflect on this, 27-year-old, again, in his prime, especially for a defender, coach for Man City, probably got better. He knows the Premier League backwards. For 45 million, on the face of it, we all have our emotions twisted. It's Nathan Ake, he went on loan to Bournemouth, we had him, we recalled him, and then we sold all this stuff, and then they sold him to Bournemouth with the rightful refusal when City bought him from Bournemouth and were like, no, you can buy him. So all that emotion is pent up and developed and evolved, and makes us think, it's underwhelming. But maybe... that it's just a really smart signing still. The more I've reflected on it, I was like, yeah, and you know what? The fact how it hasn't got all this sexy pressure of, he's a 6'3" so-and-so from Europe that's really good and passing and played for this team and is a great, you know what I mean? And that all these variables that make you excited about signing, and then you put pressure on it, and then they come into a new league that they're not familiar with, and then, it doesn't necessarily work straight away. The unsexy signings, like, to a degree, Raheem Sterling, although it's high profile, and Nathan Ake are probably the ones that are most likely to work the best. And as I said at the top of the video, it's about supporting the gaffer. These are the players he wants. He probably thinks as well, they've been coached by Guardiola in the Premier League competition for a long time. That puts us in good stead to keep going, and they're both in their prime. Bang! What do you think? What do you think? Yes, they're getting super talent themselves instead. Well, I don't know how they're replacing Ake. I think he just wants to go as well. You could say, okay, well, Sterling's going, Jesus is going. They've both been consistent. In comes Alvarez and Haaland, but they're both unknown quantities, especially the young lad Alvarez. You know, what if they both, Haaland sort of struggles a little bit with the league at first? I know that's unlikely, or the kid does. You know what will be happening? The City fans will be on social media going, why the hell did we sell Raz and Jesus and, So there's risk involved, and there's an element of safety in what we're doing and buying these players. Let me know what you think, though. Comment down below. I want to see the conversation spark up between you guys. Between you guys. Sounds like it's just two of you. Yes, let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Keep it locked. Of course, I will react on any developments. Cool. Peace.